So hello and welcome to day 5 of this beautiful 5-day activate your wealth and abundance in business journey that we've been going on this week. Oh my goodness, what a week it has been. Not only has it been absolutely epic and reading everybody's comments and what has come up for them has been just phenomenal, and the emails that I've been receiving as well for those that haven't been actually joining live it's just been great. But what a week it's been technologically. I mean, like, technology has really not wanted to really play ball this week, but hey, here we are. So I'm Natasha Harris. I am an intuitive business coach and healer, and really supporting conscious business owners to really allow themselves to come into their next level of impact and leadership through their business to create the beautiful change in the world that we absolutely need going forwards. And today I'm at home. I have abandoned the idea of doing this outside. It is absolutely blowing a gale outside, so I am so glad I decided not to. It is like the trees are just literally bending in the wind, and I don't think you'd have heard a word I said, even though it is dry. But I don't know if you're in London. I know a couple of people from other parts of the world watching this, which is great. But yeah, it is absolutely blowing a wind. Oh, thank you, Roberta. Morning. So right, that's all shared out to the group. I can see the comments, which is brilliant. I can see a few of you jumping on live, which is even better. So I'm going to have my other my laptop's next to me, just so that I can make sure I catch all the comments if they're not showing up here. And yeah, so welcome everybody again. So day 5, here we are. Don't forget that if you haven't been taking part, to go through the days, type hashtag activate your abundance in the comments, and write down what the answers to the questions that we are being asked for. So yesterday, hopefully you got that answer. I had to go and record the end of the video and tag it onto the live that we started in the meditation. So I'm really sorry for the abrupt end, but from a few of you that have got back to me, said that you actually came out of it beautifully, even though it was a bit of abrupt end. But I have to just honour and say thank you to everybody who's joined me this week, whatever platform you've been watching on. I know it's been going out on a few different places. Thank you for taking part. Thank you for joining me this week. But really, it doesn't end here. I really love guiding you on these journeys, because the things that people come activate within themselves, and the things that they intuit, download, get guidance on, receive information about, those people who continue with this, because it doesn't stop today. It's not like, oh, we've activated, can live sit back and job done. That's how I used to be. I was like, oh yeah, I've done a load of work on stuff, now I can just kind of stop and just carry on as normal. It doesn't work like that. We have to continue and keep building on the work and the shifting. It's not work. I hate that word. I really have to find another word. Has anyone got another word for work? Like what we do every day that I absolutely love showing up to. I'd love to know if what you would call work if it wasn't called work. I mean, work for me has got such a negative connotation to it, like a negative vibe to it, and I've been thinking of what do I call what I do. I know I show up every day to what I do, and I serve my clients and work with incredible, amazing people. Anyway, if you've got another word for work, type it in the chat. I'd love to hear it. But yeah, those people who go on and continue after today, really do amplify and go on this beautiful, incredible journey in a really short space of time. So I want to give you some guidance today. We're going to be talking about action, because action is absolutely key. We can sit in beautiful meditation. We've done 10 minutes a day, and look what you've been guided through and what you've activated within you. It's now about taking action, and it's about what you do going forward. So today's meditation is all about receiving that guidance on the action that you want to take. And if you want to work with me further and you want to continue the journey beyond just today with me, then I will give you a couple of options at the end of this training. So do make sure you hang about for a little bit at the end. But today is really about action. It's really about taking guided and inspired action. Yesterday we bathed in the abundance. We bathed in that, and you had like a word or a feeling that came up for you. And that is you fully standing in your soul light. That is fully standing in the power of who you are. And as you take guided action, if today we're going to get some guidance on what action to take. As you take inspired action that is guided through, you know, the things that you've been releasing this week, the things that you are journeying towards that you've discovered this week on day 3. Yesterday, standing in the abundance of that. As you back that up by action that's inspired through all of that, amazing things will absolutely happen. So I really want you to encourage whatever you decide to do beyond today, whether it's to work with me or not, is to take action, is to keep taking inspired action, checking in if your action actually supports what you've intuited this week, because what you've intuited this week will also grow and expand as you take inspired action. So it's a hand in hand, like kind of walking, like we take action through the inspired guidance that we got this week, and then you get more guidance, and then you take new action and you keep going. And it's not about running. This is not about, you know, hard work, putting in the effort. It is about slowing down. It's about playing. It's about having fun and enjoying the journey. I have so much fun when technology doesn't challenge me. I have so much fun in my business with the people I work with, getting up every day to what I've got to do today, you know, collaborating with other people, being interviewed on podcasts, interviewing other people on my podcast in my weekly Soul Wisdom show that happens in my Soul Inspired Leaders Facebook group. So if you are a member of that, you will get that every week as well. You know, we really want to enjoy the journey of creating and stepping into that abundance. We do have to have patience. You know, creating and manifesting things in the physical world take a little bit of time. We have to keep showing up. We keep having to allow ourselves to divinely be guided, but we also need to be divinely guided through action that we take. So it's really around marrying those two. I've talked a lot about in my other groups this last couple of weeks around, you know, being divinely, and I've mentioned it here as well, I think, but just being divinely guided by the feminine, the beauty, the wisdom, the universe, nature, our soul guides, our Akashic guides, our spirit guide team. It's all about being intuited beautifully through the divine wisdom and opening up that channel for the divine wisdom. But it's then allowing yourself to be fully integrated with the action that you want to take in the physical. Because we live in a very physical world, we have to take action to ensure that the results come. So we touched on that yesterday, but we have to take inspired action. It can't just be random action. I mean, my goodness, I know so many people, myself included, used to do this. You know, it would just be like, oh, if I take a bunch of action, something will happen. But if we take chaotic action, we get chaotic results. If we take chaotic action, we get chaotic results. So allow that to sink in for a moment. This is about being highly and finely tuned in the action that you take and the resonance of that action, that it's inspired, soul inspired, and that it brings about the results that you want. It absolutely brings about the results we want. Talked about yesterday. We are brilliant manifestors. Everything we create in our life, sorry to say, is something that we have manifested. It is purely and simply and solely down to us about what we manifest. Let me know if you've got any questions. Let me know if you've got any thoughts about that and how to take inspired action. It's really, we need to eliminate all the other stuff that we're doing that is not in soul inspired, that is not to be, has not been divinely guided. And yes, we all have to pay the bills and do all those. That is divinely guided, because actually if we want the world that we want to live in and we want the things that we have to pay the bills. We have to take responsibility for paying our bills, for spending where we have the funds to do that. It is about being responsible with that. So, money is still the currency that we work in on this planet. I wonder for how much longer. That could be an interesting little sort of insight in years to come and decades to come, millennia to come maybe, but I have a feeling that won't always be the case. So, for now, we are very much entrenched in the money, and we are abundant beings, and that includes the money. We cannot be abundant beings if we are poor within money. If we have lack around money, we can be rich in every other aspect of our lives, relationships, health and well-being, loving what we do. But if we are not abundant in the money, we are not wholly abundant. We can be abundant in every single area of our life. So this is what we want to align to bring in all of those aspects: health and well-being, relationships, our work and our careers, but also in the money piece. So it's about aligning everything. Then everything starts to flow. Everything starts to flow. So usually the way I work with my clients is that if they've got an issue or a concern around their business, because I work with conscious business owners, if they've got a concern around the business and want to take their next level of business to the next level of impact, then I look at what's going on in their relationships, what's going on in their health and well-being. And if we sometimes tweak something in another life area, the abundance just goes pop in the business. But we're so focused on the business aspect, we forget to look at the relationship. So I always used to go about thinking, I'll worry about the relationship side of my life when I've sorted my business out. And I kept having that focus direction. And then it got to a point a couple of years ago where I was like, I'm going to look at my relationships. And I did a piece on that around being single. And then I met somebody. It's been amazing. And everything popped in my business. And I was like, oh, okay, this is great. So I was making gradual progress in my business. But then as soon as I looked at my relationship and what I wanted in my relationship, my business also popped. So everything is always integrated. But, if we want abundance, we want it in all aspects of our life. So only really do what's aligned, what feels aligned, what makes your heart sing. So for me, the most important thing for me is that things are easy and in flow, that things are fun. Never used to do fun so much as I've done it in the last few years. I have to say, very, very serious. I always used to be. It's like, no, got to be serious, got to do everything, take everything deadly serious. And then outside of my work, I was like this bundle of fun. But it's like in work, I was just always this serious person, and it was always a struggle. So ease and flow has to be ease and flow for me. It has to be fun, and it has to bring me freedom. So that's the other thing. So when something comes up into my experience, I always ask myself, is this action going to be easy, bring ease and flow into my life? Is it going to be fun? And is it going to give me freedom? Now, the answer to two of those things might be yes. And one might be like, oh no, it's going to give me freedom because it will probably bring in quite a bit of money. It'll probably be pretty easy because I know this stuff really off the top of my head, but it's seriously not going to be fun. It's going to be a bit of a grind. These are not my people. And I'm like, no, absolutely no, I'm not going to do it. And so every time something comes up into my experience, I ask myself, is this going to give me ease and flow? Is it going to bring me freedom? Is it going to bring me fun? And if the answer to all three of those is yes, I say yes to that thing. So it's like, and I do that with everything, life and business. So this is the kind of elements of like, this is inspired action. This is what inspired action means. It's not easy at the beginning because we want to like say yes to things because we don't know how it's going to pan out. And so there is trial and error. Okay, so this is not about saying, oh, well, this is going to be challenging and this is going to be scary because this is outside my comfort zone. So it's not going to be any of those things. So no, I'm not going to do it. We also have to step through challenge. Okay, and it's knowing that balance, and that's what I guide my clients through to help them and support them understanding the difference between that. So let me know if you've got any questions about that. So we really do want to eliminate all the stuff that's not fun, that's not with ease and flow, and that's not going to give freedom. And your 3 words might be different, right? So really knowing that, and some of those words will have come up. Some of those words will have come up for you this week. So you will already have an idea that might shift and change as time goes on. So yesterday, again, we connected with the abundance. Connect with that. We're going to connect with that flow. You're going to stand in that flow again today through the meditation. And we are going to get some guidance on what that inspired action is going to be and see what comes up with that. The other thing I'd like to say is like, well, we could be arguing, well, the most of what I do is aligned and it's inspired, but there's all this other stuff that I really don't have to do. It's done out of obligation. It's done because I have to. It's because I've committed to this. I don't want to let this person down. I have to show up for my family every day. I have to do this. I have to do that. And we should ourselves into an awful lot of action. Now, some of those things we will want to do, but we've put ourselves in that space of should. So we have to tweak and course correct and shift ourselves out of that energy of I should do something to how can I make this inspired action? How can I show up from more an inspired place rather than a should place? And then we can tweak it and course correct. But if you show up only for 10% of your actions every day, and thinking about a day has an infinite number of actions, from the way we wake up in the morning, how we do our morning routine, how quickly we stuff our breakfast down, or if we don't even bother, but we'd really like to, like just drinking a cup of coffee just because we need a hit of caffeine. Like all of those things are how you are doing action, right? It's not just like, oh, I'm showing up for this thing in my business. Every single thing you show up needs to be aligned. So if you're only doing 10% of that in an aligned way and 90% of your day in a non-aligned way, guess what's going to win? Guess what's going to be the thing that you end up showing up in pretty much everything in? It's going to be in what you're doing 90% in, like obligation, hard work, grind, should be doing this. And that is the energy that we really want to shift. So today's meditation is an invitation for you to really notice what action you want to take that's aligned and soul inspired, and start from here on in eliminating the stuff that is not aligned. So this is a real conscious next steps for you and how you're showing up day to day. Let me know if you've got any questions. I don't know if I'm seeing comments. Let me just have a quick look and we will get into a meditation. So, this is stuff I just love talking about, because when we really get it, when we really, really, truly get it, we have everything changes. Everything changes for us, but it's a practice. And this is where trusting our intuition and also having patience showing up. Hi, Jenny. I can see you said hi. I can't see I just can't see comments on my phone. Really bizarre. Okay. All right. So I can see them here. So let me know. I noticed yesterday and a couple of days that comments were showing up quite a bit later. So, yeah, it's a really interesting journey when we really truly get this with every fiber of our being. I use the word every loosely because we're still human and we still have lots of things that that bring up the challenge, and we are not here to out-evolve humanity. Otherwise we're not here. We're not here. We're here to have a 3D experience, but allowing and acknowledging that we are all of everything. We are the 5D. We are the 7, 10, whatever Ds that we are activating now. We are really coming into change. So, and it's a challenging time for so many of us all around the world. It's like, sometimes I feel like, what's the point? But it's like, I need to do me. If I do me and I show up as me, I make a difference in my world, and I make a difference in everybody who is in my world and beyond, because it always ripples out. So yeah, so if you're feeling a little bit like, oh, you know, this isn't so easy given everything, you know, lean into trust, lean into coming back home to you, and watch your life change for sure. Okay, let's do a meditation. So let's just come together, get comfortable, allow your feet to be on the floor, feeling those roots grounding you through the feet to Mother Earth. Oh, that image from that card on day 3 just keeps coming back to me all the time. We are all of it. We are connected to Earth. We are in the environment and atmosphere of Earth. We are deeply rooted to Mother Earth. And yet our consciousness and awareness can expand beyond that to the other realms. So take in a nice deep breath and release. It's the end of the week. Let go of the week and bring yourself into this very moment on our planet's history and time that we are standing on. On a Friday mid-morning in London, whatever time it is for you elsewhere, or when you're watching. And just allowing yourself, if you feel comfortable, to put your hands on your heart and drawing in this beautiful heart energy again. It just really helps to ground me, to recognize that we are always love. And allow that to fill your whole body, as we've done every day today, this week. And allow that feeling to expand within the body quite quickly now. It doesn't take long to really connect with this energy of love, of beauty, of harmony, balance, connection, flow. And then feel it flowing beyond the physical body. It's all around you. And each time you take a nice breath, just a relaxed, gentle breath in and out, kind of pushes this energy further and further afield, quickly up, around you, about you, below you, out into the ethers, out into the sky, beyond the stars and the galaxy, and recognizing that as you sit where you're sitting, you're fully connected to the oneness of the universe. All these beautiful souls quickly come and appear in front of you again. All these beautiful souls, 8 billion souls around the planet. All these beautiful guides, the Akashic guides, who have a wide doorway open for you to the Akashic records. To all this beautiful wealth and information that's just streaming out, that's adding and contributing to this flow of abundance that's flowing all around. And you quickly and eagerly step into this flow that we touched on yesterday. And all these beautiful soul beings are so excited to be part of this flow. Flows through your back, flows out through your whole body, and through the front of your heart, and just contributes, and you can see this flow of abundance just amplifying and amplifying. And we're doing it for everyone. We're inviting all those souls who are not even conscious that this flow exists to get a glimpse of it, if they choose. Always a choice. But because we can feel into the energy of this beautiful abundance, and we can see how it's flowing around everything and everyone, we want this, to invite this to everyone to experience, to see, to acknowledge, if they choose. A feeling of excitement bubbling up. Just knowing and in your heart of what is possible when we step into this flow. And we see that some souls are eager to jump into the flow. Some souls are watching trepidously, can kind of see the beauty of it, but not quite ready to jump in, and that's okay. We give them a wave. There's some people who just are not ready to see it yet. They can catch it out of the glimmer of the corner of their eye. Their soul knows it's there. And we're activating this for everyone. And as we stand in this flow, I feel inclined to open my arms now, if you feel the same. As you stand in this flow, I can kind of feel it rushing through my fingertips as well. We know that in order to activate and create this abundance and bring it into our 3D reality, we need to take action. We want to take action. Connect with the words that you have come up with today, this week, sorry. The words on the first day, any words and feelings that came up yesterday, and just notice if anything's changed from your word from Monday. It's shifted slightly. Maybe it's the same word, but you feel that the energy, the resonance of it, that word has changed. Still beautifully in the flow. And allow yourself to take on this energy, this flow onto every physical part of your being. Feel it rushing through your heart, rushing through all your cells, rushing down to your feet. And ideas are starting to form as you stay in this flow of inspired action. Perhaps you're being given a program or an idea for you to offer to your clients. Perhaps it's an expansion of already an idea that's bubbling away. Ask in the flow, what inspired action do I wish and want to take? What am I going to do in the next few days, in the next week, to really ground in and manifest everything that I've activated this week? What action am I inspired to do? What action are you inspired to do? Ask the guides if you're not getting anything. You're not quite sure on what you're receiving, any information. Ask. If you have your arms open, place your hands and your palms on top of each other in a way that is ready to receive. Allow those thoughts and ideas to ground themselves in your body. The action that you want to take. See yourself taking those steps. See yourself confidently and firmly walking that path, even if it might feel a little bit scary right now. Your feet firmly on the floor or on the ground beneath you as you walk that path, committing to that path with a smile and a lightness in your heart. yourself shift and change as you walk along that path of who you're becoming. Feel that change embodying you right now. That person you will become in the next 4-6 months, you're already embodying some of her energy right now as you imagine yourself walking that path confidently. You are all of that already. It's allowing yourself to come into alignment with it. Feel deeply connected with this version of yourself that you will become in the next 4, 5, 6 months. Know you are already becoming her or him. You're already becoming that person right now in this very moment. You're already embodying the energy of your future self. Powerfully, beautifully. And taking a nice deep breath here to really ground this energy, this feeling of what you've experienced. And fully committing to yourself now in this moment to take inspired action. That you choose to let go of the stuff that's holding you back, that's not inspired towards where you want to go and the shift and the change you want to make in the world. And you commit to taking the action that brings you that ease and flow, brings you joy and love into your life. And just breathe that in for a couple of moments before you take a final deeper breath in and out and come back to the space. Oh, thank you for joining me on this journey again today. Let me know, type hashtag Activate Abundance Day 5 and let us know what action you are committing to taking right now, taking to going forward, what it is that you want to create and who that future version of yourself is. So something along those lines, just let me know in the comments. That felt really powerful. I really stepped into my future self there alongside you. So it's quite difficult sometimes for myself to even come out of these meditations. It felt a little bit scary to start with, but felt very comforting to know that I am already I am already that person. That person 5-6 months away already lives within me. I am committed to that action. So let me know in the comments how you feel around that. And if you've got another 5 minutes or so, I'd just like to tell you how you might be able to continue working with me if you so choose. If that's not for you, then that's totally fine, no problem. I will send some information out in the email if you have registered as well. There'll be information and testimonials coming out today over the next week as well. So this is really an incredible time. I mean, the fact that we've got such high winds here just really shows me that everything is at flux, everything is in change, everything is kind of ready to move. Everything is ready to move as we step, closer towards summer, and 2021, the last year, letting go of the last year of and stepping into what we desire now going forwards. So there are 2 ways that you can continue working with me. And let me know if you've got any questions. And if you've got any questions at all about any of this, then direct message me, send me an email, natasha@mindbodysoulenergy.co.uk. But just send me a private message in Facebook. I will get that. So the first way you can work with me is on my 28-day program, which if you've taken part and you've completed all the days, which some of you have, and people have been emailing me about those as well, then you have a chance to win a place on this program. So this is my 28-day Activate Your Money Flow. So this is really how we step into the flow of money and release everything that's holding us back around our money story, even more so than what we've done today. If you got a release this week, you will be doing this over the next 28 days, and you will be creating so much space in order to create more abundance in your life. This is about really completely rewriting the script to your money story, really changing your relationship to money. I know that I can see there's a couple of people, I think, or somebody's watching that's taken part in this. So, and also done my Shine Your Soul Light program. So if you want to sort of pop any comments in about that, you know, and about your experience in it, that would be fab. So really this whole process, it's done through meditations as well, but also actions. I really lean into the actions part of it. And I do make most of my clients laugh because they're like, okay, what action? But really simple, 28 days. It's done in cycles. It's really doesn't take much time. There's lots of, there's a link to the Keep Shining link in the post as well, where you can find out loads of information about it. There's lots of frequently asked questions, but it doesn't matter if you're not really that great at visualizing. Some of those of you that have taken part here really are. It doesn't matter if you're not a great visualizer doing the meditations, you will always get something from it. People have really shifted and changed their relationship to money through this 28 days. And it's not an intensive program. It's just, you know, it's just about keeping your foot in it and doing a little bit each day. It really is. So that program at the moment is £111. It's going up to 222, so 50% off that. And you get 4 support and training calls with me live via Zoom over the course of those 4 weeks. There's 1 training and support call a week in addition to doing the program. So you get some one-to-one time or one-to-group time with me where you can ask me loads of questions. It's not done through Facebook. I have an online learning platform, so everything is done through there. There's a feed there. We can interact. You can ask questions. You can be part of a community of like-minded people. It's a great program. So we start next Wednesday, the 26th of May, and doors close at 5 p.m. on the Tuesday. So you have to sign up before then. There is also the first 5 people that sign up. I'm going to do a one-to-one soul power reading. So this is where we look at the Akashic records and you get to understand your soul power and who you are. So the first 5 people to sign up will receive a one-to-one 30-minute session with me through the Akashic records, understanding their soul power. So if that is of interest and you want to do that I usually charge £111 for in amongst itself. So if you are interested in doing that, then please do go ahead and sign up. If you are truly ready to step into the next level of your business and really spend 4 months with me, starting with the 28-day program, the money activation, get that included. If you are ready to take your business to the next level of leadership and impact, then come and join my Shine Your Soul Light program. It's a 4-month program. We start with the 28 days, activate your money flow, and then we lead into a small group of a maximum of 8 people. Over 4 months with weekly trainings and support calls, monthly one-to-one calls with me. We do a Akashic reading. So in addition to the monthly one-to-one check-ins with me, you get at the very beginning, you get a soul power reading with me for an hour. We really look at your business. We really look at how you show up in your business and how you can activate your soul power within that. We do a past life reading in the Akashic record. So we clear out all of the stuff that's holding you back from past lives to this life, and we do a massive clearing out through the Akashic records, a big healing. I do the healing for you. You do a healing as well, and it's a really powerful starting platform to getting going. And then it's very nicely paced with some one-to-one work, 28-day program, and then the remaining 3 months as a small group, intimate group. Really expanding your business, really getting to understand everything about this whole aligned action, taking aligned action, how you can read your results, how you know what results are caused by the actions you take. So if you have, if you're doing stuff, you will see the results showing up. But I show you how to actually read that, so you can go, oh, that result's showing up. This means that I'm not quite doing something here, and how do you step more into alignment? So we get you really like becoming expert aligned beings, if you like, throughout that program. It's fun, it's easy. There are loads of testimonials on the link as well, the Keep Shining link in the post. Watch some people's experience of all of this, because you know, I've taken, I think, 25 people through this now, and the results from people through this has been phenomenal. People have, you know, started their own podcasts, they've up-leveled their business, they're getting more clients. I've had somebody who started with 0 clients when she first came and did this, and she's working with five people within 2 months. Like, went from 0 to like 5 programs that she was selling, 5 packages she was selling. So there's loads of like results that people are getting. People have really just enjoyed the program, learnt loads, and continuing to grow their business beyond that Shine Your Soul Light program as well. So I think that's all I wanted to share with you around that. I know it's pretty quick, but there's loads of information. If it is of interest, then please do message me. I'm happy to jump on a 10-minute call with you. I'm happy to just have a quick chat with you about it. But I know if you are ready for this, it will change your life. It will absolutely, but you have to be ready for it. You have to be ready to want to make that commitment to yourself, shift your money story completely, and step into the next level of impact and leadership. It's not going to be hard work, it's going to be fun, but you have to be committed to taking the action and recognizing what the aligned action is. So let me know if you've got any questions beyond this. Pop them in the post, let me know, and I'm just seeing if I can find any comments. I think they could be in several different places as well, which is a little bit annoying. Anyway, let me know if you've got any questions. The replay of this will be coming out to you if you've registered and you've signed up. Do have a look at the link. Let me know if you've got any questions. And thank you again for coming to join me on this expansive journey. It's been expansive for me too. Really hope it's been expansive for you. Let me know how you found it. And I wish you all the best for the future. If you decide not to join me, thanks for the heart, back to you. If you decide not to join me, I wish you all the abundance and success in your business. And if you do decide to join me and you want to reach out, I look forward to hearing from you. Bye for now.